fun to attempt something new. Let's hit 50,000 words. Does anyone else just feel a little bit more like they're able to pretend they've got their life together with a bold lip? Hi, welcome back. I'm Bryony. If you're new here, I write books, currently working on my first novel, and let's jump into caffeine and chaos this week. Big milestone, 50k. Don't think that those are nano words though, because I started Nano working on an existing project at around 48,000. I'll link my previous videos. But hitting 50k feels huge, big lesson learned, so let's chat about that. And then maybe less than glowing Nano update, because since hitting 50k, my laptop broke. Spoiler, toddlers standing on laptops, not a good idea. This is a message from Future Bright. Copy you.
Yeah, copy me.
I'll copy you. Message from Future Bride to Past Bride. Get Apple Care on your laptop. It will save you 700 quid when your 2-year-old stands on your laptop and cracks the screen and you need to get it repaired. And yeah, so actually writing and progressing is a challenge because I've got some catching up to do. So yeah, let's get some caffeine and just jump in. So let's talk lessons learned from hitting 50,000 words in my manuscript. There's one key takeaway that I think hopefully is actually a really helpful one for most writers, like however you have your setup and however you tackle your writing. Basically, I couldn't tell you when I had the idea for this novel. I know that I had borrowed a book from the library on craft and it just came to me, the concept, the broad outline plot, the characters, it was all just there. But I have 2 young children. They're currently 5 and 2, but at the time they were much younger, and I couldn't dedicate significant portions of time to writing. I could barely get like an evening, to be honest, at the time. Basically was writing in 5, 10, 15-minute segments, lying in bed next to the kids. And over time, that built to, you know, a decent chunk. All of that to say, it's fun to watch people do awesome things on YouTube. Like, I did 10k words in a day. I locked myself in a cabin and didn't stop until I had 50,000 words. Like, I'm gonna finish my novel like this week, come hell or high water. It's very like dramatic and quite motivating and inspiring. Like in the same way that I know some people view marathons and ultra marathons as like impossible and it's like a cool thing to shoot for. But it's not the only way, and actually sometimes thinking that that's how you have to do it when that doesn't fit into your life means you'll never start, and if you don't start you won't finish. Accepting that sometimes it looks really imperfect and it's you on notes in your phone in the dark with your kids, or you on notes on the commuter train to your corporate job at 5 a.m. or on your way back at 1 a.m. when you've finished like getting some horrendous M&A deal over the line, you know? Like, it's those little micro moments where you're still getting words on a page and you're still making progress. You actually end up eventually over time with 50,000 words or whatever. I'm not saying they're good words, by the way. This is a discovery draft. A lot of it is going to be horrific, I'm sure, when I read back. But that's a future job, future drafts, future writing. Some of it is also better than I would have thought. I've been back and reread the opening and I'm actually really happy with parts of it. So like, I'm side questing. It's all to say that it's very unglamorous maybe to think of like these very small sustainable steps, and it doesn't make a snappy YouTube video title, it doesn't make a snappy like crazy anecdote to tell people, but it will still make you progress. And actually I'm now here holding 50,000 words of my novel and I don't feel like it's been a Herculean effort. It's just been little moments of creativity and time to myself, and it's been lovely. I feel like I'm rambling, but I actually feel quite strongly about this because I think I could have been doing so much writing, but I think I didn't feel like I had it in me to do massive stints. And actually I wish I'd just been doing 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, making progress. And wherever we're at, if creativity and writing a novel is important to you, that is very achievable. Like, there are issues with doing it that way too, right? You don't get to kind of fully immerse yourself in the world, continuity is probably going to be a huge issue, because especially if you're not doing it every single day, if there are any gaps between the last time you wrote your book, you won't remember some of the small decisions you've made, and there may be continuity errors and or gaping plot issues depending on how much of a pantsy you are. I feel like pantsing doesn't work for me in these micro doses because there's too much time passing in between, and then it's like, what did I write last time? Where am I going? You sit down for your 10-minute session, but by the time you've even figured it out, the 10 minutes is up and then you've lost your window, you know? So it's kind of a case of having an outline really, really helped. And I found Save the Cat really useful for helping me think about structure. I'm going to talk about that though in another video because I think there are things to say. That's like the hill I'm dying on today, is maybe the very like unsexy, unexciting, but also hopefully like quietly motivating and actually like helpful, accessible truth of writing, is that it doesn't have to be huge and impressive and insane. It can be small and manageable, and you are going to progress and you're going to get a finished novel. If you keep doing that, we can keep chipping away. It's why I'm not stressing about Nano. We're going to go into a Nano update. That's my big lesson from 50k. I think releasing this pressure to be perfect.
My daughter's napping in the car right now, which is why we're here filming at this very weird angle. So I think in my last video, I gave you like the days 1 to 3 update, already falling behind. Safe to say I'm not hitting anywhere near the actual number of words, but I feel like Nano is actually still a success so far in terms of me getting back into my project, me building or rebuilding a daily writing habit. Very curious to see if I can pull something out of the bag, if I can find some time over a weekend to do a big chunk and try to catch up. I will speak to my husband about that, but like, you know, we move.
Right, so I just need to have a little look at the numbers so I can chat you through where we have got to with Nano. So last time we left the word count, I'd done 49,608 by the end of day 2. Words to the manuscript, not words written. And then on day 3, I added 857, and that's where we stopped. I then had a second kind of mini sprint session of 255 words, which brought me up to the 50k. So the final word count at the end of day 3 was 50,465, and then the approach taken since then, so sort of like day 4 I had like a sprint and got 947 words done, not too shabby I guess. Day 5, so this is when my laptop had broken and the screens were wibbly and then basically wouldn't switch on at all. Don't let kids stand on your laptops, people. It's my fault. It was charging on the floor. Obviously I didn't suggest she did it, but you know, toddlers are toddlers, can't blame her. I should have had it away safe. Frustrated with myself, so I did a longhand writing sprint and I sat with my toddler at the table doing her kind of drawing and did as much as I could, and then managed to type it up into Google Docs later. Day 6, it was just a crazy day. It got away from me. Things with the girls were intense. The best I could do, I was like on the sofa at 10:30 and I bashed out 248 words. And day 7, I added 301 words. Day 8, I added 214. So the theme of this, right, we're very much hitting subpar word counts. I'm kind of in a place in the novel where I don't entirely know what's coming next. I have my outline and I know some of the key plot points that need to come, of course, but like getting them there and the minutiae of like moving them location to location and the exact things that, how they discover what they discover, how they talk about it, and do I need to introduce another character or not? Like some of these things I need to iron out. Day 8, I had a lovely run in the morning. And then I was supposed to meet my husband and the kids at Hobbycraft. We practically live there. Like honestly, the amount of money you need to spend on crafting stuff with our kids is intense. And also me, like my crochet habit, I need yarn. Let's just side quest for a minute. Doing this little tapestry crochet piece to make a top for my eldest daughter because she's really into animals. Anyway, what was I saying? And I went to a cafe afterwards because they hadn't managed to make it out to meet me. And I did a little session, and just for fun, I did write that spicy scene, or started to attempt to, that we talked about in the last video where I said I didn't know whether to add it or not, and had some lovely comments sort of encouraging just to experiment. And I was awkward to write. Like, also I realized I really need like some vocal training and to read some more spicy scenes, because it was very alien. I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing. It was kind of fun to attempt something new. It's really hard not to reach for like this stock of like old cliche type things, you know? So it will definitely need a rewrite, if it even goes in. I still don't know that I'm gonna put it in, but like it was a good way to explore the progression of the relationship between those two characters. And I think when I've done the first draft, it'll be interesting to read it and see. I think it will answer my question on whether that bit of the relationship kind of needs to be in, or whether it's best left on the periphery into the imagination. So that was a fun little surprise. I'm too embarrassed though by the prose at this stage to let my husband read it and film a reaction. I don't even know if he'd want to film a reaction. He's not big on social media, but like it could be funny. I'll definitely I can report back about his reaction if nothing else, but I think he's gonna have to see a future rewritten scene, because just not because of like the content obviously, but more just feeling like I've not done a horrific job. I need some time to reread. That's kind of the maths of Nano, and we're 5,001 words up, which means I am 9,993 words behind. And what I would have loved to have done for you guys was film like an attempt to get 10k words in a day done now, but without my laptop to edit and type on. Actually, what am I talking about? Like, not even video editing at this point, like to type the words into. I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna have to try between the iPad, longhand, my phone, to just do what I can today. It is what it is, right? Chaos is all part of the writing life. So anyway, I think what I need to do with the rest of today is find a way to try a word count catch up. Probably brush my hair. I apologize for appearing on camera like this, but you know, I really appreciate the number of you guys that have been here just for this like short beginning bit of the journey so far. So now the big question for me is, do I get the writing done now that I need to? Do I edit this video? Do I sack off and do a little bit of crochet to like soothe my nervous system and get in the zone? I actually don't know. I'd really love to hear from you how your Nano is going. Like it's really nice because I'm seeing people smash it, and I think that's the other thing. I think from hitting this 50k but falling behind with Nano, it kind of really shows that I think we need to kind of moderate how we talk to ourselves about these things, and use seeing other people doing really well as motivation and proof it can be done, but also give ourselves grace that like maybe the circumstances of somebody who is 25 and either a freelancer or full-time creative and can put like all of their time into their novel can bash out like, you know, 10k a day or something, you know, and not to feel bad that actually if you've written 157 words on one day and that's the best you had, like I think both can be true. I genuinely really enjoy seeing people like go nuts, and also people who I can relate to maybe a bit more, who have like similar setups where getting these big sessions in isn't always possible. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on. Let me know what you're working on. Drop me an emoji if you manage to survive the slightly all over the shopness of this video. It's raining outside. Give me an umbrella with some rain. That's nice atmospheric writerly emoji. I'm gonna go and make some tea and see where my brain lets me go to. Let me know what you think I should do as well. Should I be writing? Should I be editing? Should I crochet and de-stress? Have a good one, guys, and thanks so much for watching. Drop me a little like and subscribe if you fancy kind of cheering on and following the journey. I will chat to you soon. Happy writing.